Goku has just completed one of the system's challenges, defeating a virtual army of soldiers created by Hikaru's power. Still, the sealed door remains unbreakable, and it's becoming increasingly clear that it won't be possible to break free anytime soon. Kamehameha! You have completed the mission. Level 2 Wave. Experience gained, plus 150. This system keeps throwing challenges at me. I've gained more power, but the barrier hasn't even cracked. A heavy silence surrounds him. Hikaru, the voice that used to manifest occasionally, says nothing now, as though leaving him alone on purpose, waiting for something. Meanwhile, some part of the story continues on Earth, where some time has passed since Goku headed into the Time Chamber. Beerus, Whis, and the Z-Fighters are in a remote location finalizing the Universe 7 team for the Tournament of Power. Frieza, newly revived, and Broly, recruited by Whis, join the group with everyone else's obvious reluctance. I still can't believe it, Beerus! You locked Goku away, and now you bring us Frieza and that other Saiyan! I had to make sure Goku wouldn't risk our existence with his recklessness. Frieza and Broly are more manageable if they know what's best for them. Manageable is quite a relative term, God of Destruction. But as long as it benefits me, I'll cooperate. Broly remains silent at his father's side. Vegeta, standing apart from the rest, clenches his fist every time he sees Frieza lurking about or senses the overwhelming power Broly shows. He's worried about Kakarot's absence in such a critical tournament. Kakarot, if you're not here, how are we supposed to win? Back in the Time Chamber, the minutes passing outside become literal eternities for Goku. With each new system challenge, eons pass in that void, until the accumulated years inside are incalculable. A montage shows Goku defeating more and more virtual enemies, clones of himself, energy beasts, and even extreme survival challenges. However, loneliness becomes his most fearsome opponent. I've lost count of how many waves I've overcome. My ki keeps growing, but how long has it been now? Years? Centuries? Millennia? Is Bulma still alive? And my kids? Maybe just minutes have passed for them. Can Vegeta handle this without me? He's probably furious I'm not there. The endless white amplifies the feeling of isolation, and Hikaru's voice hasn't appeared since the last time. In an alternate plane, the nebulous figure of Hikaru, the creator god, watches Goku's progress in the system. From his prison, Hikaru senses that every increase in Goku's strength tears at a small part of the seal confining him. Every step of power the Saiyan climbs weakens my imprisonment, but I mustn't interfere too much. He decides to fully withdraw, to stop speaking to Goku and let solitude itself drive him onward. So much time and silence will force Goku to keep pushing forward, training and fighting to avoid losing his mind. Saiyan, your stubbornness will be the weapon that opens the door, and also one more step toward breaking the seal of my confinement. Outside at Capsule Corporation, just minutes before leaving for the Tournament of Power, while Goku lives quintillions of years in the chamber, only a few additional moments have passed in the real world. The Z-Fighters, along with Beerus and Whis, are about to teleport to the competition site when Bulma makes one last plea regarding Goku's absence. Can't we just wait a few more minutes? Goku must be finishing his training. That's enough. I don't trust him. I locked him up so he wouldn't make us lose. We're not waiting for anyone. Damn it! Kakarot, if you don't come out in time, I don't know what we'll do. Broly glances at Vegeta, sensing something strange about the mention of Goku, though he doesn't fully grasp the situation. Frieza smiles coldly, pleased by the Earthling's distress. Finally, Whis teleports Universe 7's team. The Tournament of Power is mere seconds from starting. The system missions keep on coming endlessly. Our hero is forced to stay active. Whenever he lowers his guard or stops pushing himself, his mind hammers him with thoughts that maybe he'll never get out. I've tried so many Super Saiyan combinations. How many levels have I gone up? 100? 1,000? 1,000,000? I have no idea. Sometimes the system panel becomes confusing. The experience and level numbers are colossal, almost too large for the screen. Only Goku's determination is keeping him sane. Why won't this door give way? I've built up a power even I don't understand. Dende! Mr. Popo! Is anyone out there? Only an echo answers mercilessly. There's no sign of Hikaru, Beerus, or anyone else. Goku feels his sanity crack for a moment, but deep inside, his spirit refuses to give up. I have to endure. There's a tournament, a universe. Bulma, Krillin, Vegeta, hold on a bit longer. In the Null Realm Arena, the Grand Priest, Daishin Khan, calls upon all participating universes. Zeno and his counterpart are eager to see this new display of power. Universe 7 arrives with Beerus at the forefront, Whis and the rest of the team in tow.
Beerus, where's Goku? Wasn't he coming?
Great Zeno! Goku can't participate, he's indisposed. Both Zenos exchange puzzled glances, but are soon distracted by the crowd of warriors gathered. Even so, Goku's absence is a noteworthy change that many universes welcome, given his reputation as a formidable foe. Kakarot, I'm warning you, show up before it's too late. Far away, we see Jiren from Universe 11 exuding his imposing presence. Broly, anxious but trying to stay calm, looks around. Frieza toys with the moment, enjoying the Earthling's desperation. After an unthinkable span of time for him, possibly quintillions of years, the system displays an extraordinary mission: fracture reality. Mission: fracture reality. Objective: unleash a power level strong enough to damage the structure of the time chamber. Reward: unknown. Is this going to be the key to getting out? Alright, system. Whatever it is, I'll do it. No more virtual soldiers or clones appear. This mission seems to require Goku to unleash enough power to shake the chamber to its core. He focuses, closing his eyes and summoning all the transformations he's developed during his imprisonment. His aura grows unstable, filled with red, gold, blue tones, and a deeper, more temporal purple pulse. Ah! The chamber's void quakes, as if an invisible fissure opens. The sealed door trembles for the briefest moment. Goku notices and lights up with hope. It moved! I swear I felt it! But one attempt isn't enough. The system indicates he must sustain that power release for a prolonged time to fracture the structure. On the brink of collapse, Goku gathers himself again. He's come too far to give up now. He enters a trance of colossal ki release. Waves of energy follow one after another. The buildup is so extreme that his body develops a state surpassing any previous fusion of divine forms. Every minute, his aura crackles with lightning that rips through the time chamber's whiteness, pushing the boundaries of its internal reality. Meanwhile, the Tournament of Power has officially begun. Vegeta, Broly, Frieza, Krillin, and the others plunge into battle, dodging attacks from fighters of other universes. A chaos of ki blasts and battle cries fills the arena. Beerus watches anxiously from above, knowing that without Goku, any misstep could cost them their existence. At Kami's lookout on Earth, Dende and Mr. Popo sense something off at the sealed chamber door. Though Whis' barrier is still visible, a subtle flicker runs around its edges. Mr. Popo, did you see that? It felt like a tremor.
Yes, perhaps Goku is trying to break out from inside.
Dende, uncertain, raises his hands and focuses his ki. The barrier reacts with a divine crackle of energy, though it doesn't fling him away this time. It's as if the resistance has weakened. Could Goku be close to breaking free?
I'm not sure, but whatever Goku's done in his training, it's weakening the wall. Let's hope he succeeds.
In Hikaru's sealed plane, the creator god senses tiny fractures in his own prison. Every burst of Goku's power resonates through the dimensions, loosening Hikaru's seal little by little. Saiyan, your solitude has driven you to a level of strength no angel or destroyer ever anticipated. Suffer a bit longer, and soon this world shall witness the return of a true creator. Still, Hikaru keeps his distance, letting Goku attempt to shatter the chamber. That will send shockwaves towards Hikaru's prison eventually. There's still a long way to go before the final eruption. As Goku maintains a state of heightened power, the system projects a new additional challenge on its screen, more a test of endurance than combat. Challenge: endure prolonged isolation without losing sanity. Estimated time: indefinite. Objective: maintain ki release until fracturing reality. Long exhales precede a shout of fury and pain. By now, an immeasurable time span, tens of thousands, millions, or even quintillions of years has passed for him. Whenever he thinks about it, his head spins. I don't know how much longer I can... But I'm not giving in. I'll keep breathing, training, and if I have to, I'll spend another billion eternities until this door breaks. A slight tremor in the door hints that Goku's power is making an impact. It's not a complete breakthrough, but it's progress. The Tournament of Power presses on. Fighters from various universes battle, form temporary alliances, and betray each other. Vegeta and the Universe 7 members withstand the initial assaults, but Goku's absence is glaring. Don't waste my time! Final Flash! His blast knocks the foe out of the ring. Krillin and Android 18 cover each other's backs while Tien clings on to avoid falling off the platform. Frieza, with a smirk, fires death beams at distracted enemies. Broly fights multiple foes at once, struggling to control his rage. Paragus urges him not to go fully berserk. Kakarot, if you don't show up, I don't know if this group of lunatics can keep up. From the God's viewing area, Beerus fidgets uneasily, aware that his roster could collapse if Frieza or Broly go rogue. Whis remains silent, thinking how badly Goku's presence is missed in this tournament. Goku remains locked in his ultimate trial. The system panel glows with overlapping notices, achievements, massive XP gains, possible new hybrid transformations, but Goku no longer focuses on the details. His goal is the real fracture of this sealed space. Suddenly, his mind collapses under the weight of endless isolation, cyclical battles, and no friendly voices. It all crashes down. Enough! Enough! I can't live here forever! His aura's tension hits a critical peak. The chamber's whiteness is streaked with black cracks in the air, like suspended lightning. The system panel flickers, displaying strange code. Error, excessive level, anomalous power detected. Seeing those words, Goku, far from being afraid, smiles with a trace of madness. To hell with limits! I'm going to break this dimension! Kame... Hame... Ha! The explosion of energy is brutal, stronger than ever. For an instant, the door reverberates in the shockwave, but the scene fades to white before we see if it fully breaks. The white space now has fractures everywhere. Dark streaks flicker in midair like frozen lightning. Goku, in his newly acquired ultimate transformation, hair with red, blue, and strange hues, breathes heavily, watching the seal partially rebuild itself. I can't stay here. I've come too far. The system drifts around him as a translucent panel, full of flickering code and angelic interference warnings. Goku's heart pounds with fury. He spent countless ages alone, and every atom of his being is sick of it. Saiyan, your strength borders on the impossible, but that fragment of angelic power holds the last bastion of the time chamber. Goku closes his eyes for a second. An invisible breeze ruffles his hair. To him, quintillions of years have gone by in solitude, training, fighting, and surviving endless monotony. Anger toward Beerus, the longing to see his friends and family, and the drive to stop his universe's erasure converge at one point. I don't care what kind of seal it is, or if it belongs to an angel or a god. I'm breaking it now! I won't give up. I'll try again! Dende and Mr. Popo watch with mounting anticipation as the barrier around the chamber shakes. Each time it stabilizes, a pulse of energy rocks the lookout. Suddenly, a far stronger quake rattles the entire platform. Mr. Popo, this is much more intense than before. Could it be Goku?
Most likely. Somehow his power has surpassed unthinkable limits, but Whis' seal is still in effect.
A thunderous crack interrupts them. The time chamber door vibrates so violently it looks about to explode. Divine sparks shoot around the frame, and the air grows suffocatingly hot. Dende backs up a few steps, feeling the scorching heat. Goku, do it! Back at the Tournament of Power, the fighting intensifies. Different universes have formed tactical alliances to take out Universe 7's warriors, hoping to exploit their apparent weakness. Vegeta, Broly, Frieza, Krillin, androids 18 and 17, Tien, and Piccolo barely hold on as many fighters remain on the stage. In the distance, Jiren watches, emotionless. Damn it! Without Kakarot, we're spread too thin! Broly, with his greenish aura, crushes a trio of Universe 2 opponents, but his underlying rage keeps threatening to break loose. Frieza simply fires pinpoint beams to pick off weakened adversaries, building his personal tally. Krillin and 18 protect each other, Tien staggers with an injured arm. Piccolo focuses on surprise attackers.
At this rate, one of us is bound to fall soon.
Kakarot, will you show up at the last minute again, as always? Why am I even worried? With Frieza and that Broly, it should be enough. But Goku...
Despite claiming certainty in his plan, Beerus can't hide that slight twitch in his tail as he observes the intensity of the tournament and the missing Saiyan who has saved their universe so many times before. Inside the time chamber, the system begins to emit a white glow that envelops Goku. Countless lines of text float in the air, merging like an arcane data torrent.
Warning, fracture requirements fulfilled. Granting final reward, Super Saiyan God of Time. Angelic energy detected. Adjusting parameters.
Goku feels a surge of light flow through him. His earlier aura of red, blue, and gold suddenly transforms into a purple current covering his body. His hair grows out in a style reminiscent of Super Saiyan 4, but in a deep purple color, and his skin develops a soft yellowish fur. His eyes turn completely white, radiating a power that warps time itself.
So this is Super Saiyan God of Time?
A unique vibration fills the chamber's air, as though each moment ricochets through 1,000 temporal mirrors. Goku feels that through this form, his control over the dimension has magnified beyond any divine state he knew before.
Astonishing. I never imagined a mortal warrior could reach this pinnacle. Saiyan, this is your greatest gift. With it, you can tear down any temporal barrier.
Goku nods, his expression somber. The wind coursing from his aura deepens the chamber's fractures, widening them. Even without leaving his confinement, Hikaru senses the erupting energy from Goku. Tiny cracks form in Hikaru's own seal, as though the Saiyan's temporal force shakes the foundations of existence itself. A faint, almost imperceptible smile crosses Hikaru's ethereal face.
My moment draws near. Goku, unleash your power and shatter the locks that bind us.
Although Hikaru appears translucently near Goku, his true self remains bound, yet that connection is enough for him to feel the shockwave of the new transformation. The plan advances. Goku, now in Super Saiyan God of Time, exhales in quiet determination. He looks at the door separating this void from the real world. Though it still gleams with traces of angelic light, the cracks grow with every second. I've spent quintillions of years in here, suffering, training. This is the end of my imprisonment. He raises an arm toward the barrier, as though manipulating reality itself. The space around his hand ripples. Then, with a simple gesture, he channels his temporal ki into a burning focal point. This prison ends now! Temporal release! The wave from his hand isn't a Kamehameha or any normal ki blast. It's a pulse that distorts the flow of time and space. The cracks in the door spark wildly, and a deafening crash resounds. Goku pours his entire might into that fissure, driving reality into a final rupture. A million bursts of light flare up, and the seal explodes into thousands of pieces. The glowing shards scatter, vanishing into the air. The chamber's very walls splinter. A radiant portal opens on the other side, revealing the faint outline of Kami's lookout. Finally, free!